All right, all right. Shabbat shalom, everybody. I pray y'all are doing well as we off top. Give the most high honor and glory, definitely all praise and worship. Let me dive right into this video. This is like a part two: control versus controlling. There is a huge difference. Control versus controlling. We've been talking a lot about leading and the men's role versus the woman's role. And you have women that don't mind for a man to be in control, but not controlling. And then you got women that love to control a man. You got men with a narcissist spirit that love to control and dominate everybody around them, starting with the woman on down. When you with a hardcore narcissist spirit type man, that means he's going to be very controlling, full of pride, demonic. He has a Jezebel spirit. But let me say this: Jezebel spirit is in men and in women. It's a spirit, evil, demonic spirit. So when you see that dominating, manipulating, controlling spirit, that Jezebel spirit, that is that narcissist type dude. And he knows how to manipulate it. It's really witchcraft if you think about it. But he has envy in his heart, very jealous. And the behavior, all you got to do is just watch the behavior. So ask yourself, am I in control or am I controlling? See, being in control, you will watch your behavior. Let me talk to the men that have submitted themselves to the Most High. You have now started walking in the way that the Holy Spirit wants you to walk. You're not as quick to snap like you used to. You're learning. You're dying daily. Oh, teach Holy Spirit. You deny yourself. You're going against yourself all the time because now you realize that being in control is the Holy Spirit within you. Your peace, your mindset. See, that's a difference because a controlling type of dude is going to always be all about himself, excuse me. It's what I say go. Instead of talking to his woman, he talk at his woman. And you see a lot of times these controlling narcissist spirit type dudes, they be beating these women down. And you ask yourself all the time, why do they stay with that type of man? Why? I'm gonna ask y'all that question, ladies. Why is it so hard for a man with a narcissist spirit? Why is it so hard for them type of women to leave that type of man alone? I think we all know the answer to that. But when you are in control, that woman don't mind trusting your leadership. She may not like everything, but she will trust your leadership. She know that, well, you know, I might not agree with my husband, but he's never just tried to be controlling and dominate me and like that. He always pray and share with me this and share with me that, even though I be caught in my feelings, but he still makes that decision. See, this goes a long way when you are in control, because women that want a man in control, a lot of women, let me say this right, a lot of women say they want a man that's a God-fearing man that's in control, but then when they get him, they don't know how to accept it. Because a lot of women have identity crisis issues. They didn't have a dad growing up. They became very controlling. That's why a lot of times you see the older woman going after the younger man, or the older man going after the younger woman. That goes vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on who it is. But when you're in control, you look at your own behavior and you understand discipline. I'm leading now, and I need, first of all, myself need to be disciplined. Self-discipline. You got to have that. How's my actions? How's my attitude? And when you in control like that, it's the Most High, once again, showing you how to be. You have the Holy Spirit inside of you, and you use spiritual discernment. It's hard for people that's not spiritual to be spiritual and understand the way the Most High say operate, because when you are spiritual, you got to go against yourself. See, JT, give me an example of being in control I use myself for an example. Let me use my wife for example. I love my baby say, I don't worry about nothing. I already know you got it in control. And she don't even have to tell me that because she knows, and I'm not saying this for no hand clap. This is what she prayed for in a man. Let me just give you an example. See, she knows her role as the wife, as the mother. But far as cutting the yard, taking out the trash, the air conditioning filters need changing, etc., etc. The car needs fixing. Women, the wives want to know, is everything in control, baby? But look at how many wives got to take control themselves because husband don't get it. Or he might not be that type of dude. My wife don't have to worry about the bills. Baby, I ain't even gonna ask. I love what she say. I already know everything you paid for. That's right. That's right. But if I need your help on this bill, your help on this, it ain't no question, baby. I just sent you something. That's the way that, see, that's what I mean by being in control. She ain't got to worry about that. And I'm not saying a man's supposed to take care of everything all the time. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying my wife knows me to the T, and you ain't got the stuff is already paid. Truck already got gas in it. That's being in control, not controlling. If that makes sense. So you got examples of men in the Bible, women in the Bible that were very controlling. Pharaoh was a controlling man. Think about it. He was. Most pastors are not in control. They are being controlled by their wives. You got to know how to control your temper. See, let me close with this. You shouldn't want just a man. You should want a just man. I'm going to say it again. You should not want just any old man. You should want a just man. You should want a man of the Holy Spirit who's going to love his wife as Christ loved the church. See, most people want to control others. You got people like that on your job. You got people like that in your family. And again, that's that dominating Jezebel spirit. But I end with this. When you pray and ask for the Most High to bless you with somebody, make sure you get yourself lined up first. And on that note, y'all have a wonderful, blessed night. Shalom.